In the red corner, representing Lithuania, Gabriele Stonkute.
So our second bout of the session here in Ring A. We remain in the 75 kilogram middleweight division, and this one between boxers from Lithuania.
In the blue corner, representing Ukraine, Anastasia Chernokolenko.
There is Anastasia Chernokolenko, a boxer from Ukraine, taking up residence in the red corner. 19-year-old Gabriele Stonkute of Lithuania, getting suited up in the red corner. Chernokolenko, 27 years of age. Both of these boxers preparing for their first bout of this Road to Tokyo 2020 event. Bo Campbell of the United States of America is the third person in the ring as the referee. We've got judges from Guatemala, Tunisia, Uganda, Sri Lanka and Canada who will be scoring this one using the 10-point must system.
In the red corner, representing Russia,
Spot on the podium. Her opponent, Chernokolenko, in the senior event came away with a bronze medal in the European Championships in 2019. She's a three-time national champion of Ukraine. Her most recent title coming in 2019 up at 81 kilograms. Here we're in the 75 kilogram weight division, and you can see switch hitting prowess from the boxer in blue straight away, and coming down from that higher poundage, Alex, she appears to be a significantly bigger boxer, even though it's a weight-governed sport, but she appears to be the bigger athlete, switching her feet almost incessantly to begin the first 20 seconds of this round, boxing as both a southpaw and orthodox boxer.
Yep, I've never quite seen someone switch so quickly, so early on in a contest. But yeah, like you said, Ron, the height and size difference here is quite apparent. You can see the fact that Chernokolenko has came down quite somewhat from 81 kilograms. It's quite a far way down as well, but she clearly feels more comfortable at this weight class. And with the start that she's made, she looks quite fleet-footed and confident in her approach.
So minute gone. There's a good right hand landed by Stonkute. Good work to the body landed by Chernokolenko, who continues to switch her feet in a rapid-fire fashion. Just fencing and feinting with that lead right hand. Now as an orthodox boxer once again, her hands invariably low. Looking to get up on her toes and use the space of the ring. Nice right hand landed by Stonkute as she backed her opponent in blue up.
And actually switched her feet across as well.
Another right hand success once again for the boxer in red.
Yeah, just edging her way forward behind the high guard. Quite smart tactics, really. Try and take whatever is incoming from Chernokolenko and get her own shots off, Ron. She's switching to the body now.
And having success on the inside with bent arm punches as well. Again, you see Chernokolenko trying to re-establish the rhythm she was able to lay down in the first minute behind straight punches.
Stonkute's creeping back into this though, and her tactics are pretty good here. Taking small steps with her feet behind the high guard, trying to get the straight shots off. She was fortunate to catch Chernokolenko on the switch once. There's that good right hand again. She's had success with that before. And
same
another
shot
run.
Once again. And given that, I suppose, Alex, she's switching so often between orthodox and southpaw, sometimes she comes square, perhaps when in between stances.
Exactly.
And when that right hand lands on an open chin, it really does accentuate it, because it just goes straight back.
Yeah, it does make it seem a lot more dramatic than it probably actually is. But nonetheless, Ron, it's an effective scoring shot, and she's landed it 3 or 4 times now, and the judges will most certainly be looking at those kind of lovely tactical shots there. when it comes to point scoring.
So an action-packed opening round in the 75-kilogram middleweight division. Once again, the boxer in the blue corner electing to remain standing, just as we saw in the first bout, as we take a look at some of the action from the first 3 minutes.
Yeah, well, I wonder if we'll see, there's that good body work there from Stonkute that we've seen. But there was 3 or 4 lovely, straight, crisp right-hand shots. There's one that we've seen on a few occasions there, and another, which for me probably edged the round for her, in my opinion. But we'll find out in the second round. Yep, no.
It's a 3-2 split in favour of the boxer in the blue corner. So Stonkute, her work to the body and those right hands over the top, getting the share for getting the round for 2 of the judges.
Yeah. Well, she done enough for me to win the round, just.
But make no mistake, it was a competitive opening 3 minutes, and looking for that right hand bombing over the top once again is Stonkute. She's turned southpaw now. Just for a moment, as Chernokolenko remaining up on her toes and prodding and poking with that lead hand. Currently it's the lead left jab, just trying to catch the advancing boxer in red as she comes forward. Looking to sustain her attacks now is Stonkute. Left hand through the middle, pierced the guard, but perhaps didn't have much pop on it. There's a right hook around the corner landed by Chernokolenko. Just looking to bring a greater variety of shots into play now, not just straights through the middle, but also hooking off the line as well.
She sure is, and she's putting them together now as well, 2 and 3 shots at a time. She seems to have found her timing, and she's judging the distance of Stonkute very, very well. Stonkute doesn't seem to be using that good straight right hand that she was using in the first round. And what we're seeing now, Ron, is the fact that the boxer in blue from Ukraine has found a rhythm for herself and has grown in confidence. And she stayed more in the southpaw stance here throughout, rather than switching so much. There she switches there. But all the success in this round has come from the southpaw stance.
So approaching the midpoint of this second round, and again moving around the clock face. Beautiful southpaw left came behind a right jab from Chernokolenko, and she's moving in a counterclockwise direction and just not allowing Stonkute to set and get those punches away to the body. Now she's moving clockwise to her left out of the orthodox stance, and Stonkute hasn't been able to set her feet and burrow away to the body or bomb over the top with that right hand as she was able to in the opening round.
Yeah, she's just been outmaneuvered here, really.
So can she make the adjustment now in search of a big final minute? Left hand over the top from Chernokolenko. She went for it again, but there was countered by a right hand over the top from Stonkute. Stonkute looking to get into range once again, but was off the mark with her straight shots. Lead left hand out of the southpaw stance lands from Chernokolenko. Remember, these are 75-kilogram middleweight boxers. Chernokolenko coming down from 81, but he's moving magnificently up in the boxing ring.
Yeah, she really is boxing very, very well now. She started this round very well, and she's finishing it just as strongly as what she started it. As a good right hand off the 1-2 there. She's timing Stonkute perfectly now as well. Stonkute just can't get a foothold now, Ron.
It's been a very good round of boxing for my money from the woman in blue. Sets up in that southpaw stance once again and continues to flick out that annoying right jab. Double right hand came in from Stonkute, and the second one did get through, but a very good 3 minutes for Chernokolenko during the course of round number 2. So some of the action from that second round, Alex, where she was almost perpetual motion for the course of the 3 minutes, both clockwise and counterclockwise.
Yep, she really was, and we've seen all her best work done with the right foot, right hand forward in the southpaw stance. She would have success with her first 2 shots, and on her third shot, she would just move her feet as she was punching off the line, and she made that work very, very well for her. It has to be a clear 10-9 run across the board.
And there's confirmation. Anastasia Chernokolenko taking the second round for all 5 scoring judges. So it is 19 points apiece for 2 of the judges. And 2 rounds of advantage for Chernokolenko for the other 3. But the momentum, make no mistake, is with the Ukrainian boxer. So as we go into the third and final round, what can Stonkute from Lithuania do in a bid to turn this back around after conceding the second round across the board? Remember, there's a considerable age gap between Stonkute and Chernokolenko. And that superior experience of Chernokolenko coming to the fore. She would have been aware, both from her own sense, Alex, and indeed the scorecard, that it was a competitive opening round, but my goodness, she's kept her composure and boxed brilliantly in the second round and is looking to re-establish that same rhythm and pattern here. Credit to Stonkute, because she is upping the tempo in pursuit of the big round that she needs.
Yeah, well, she sure is. She's really forcing the action now, and she's trying to put Chernokolenko under some pressure, which she has to do, Ron. There is no other way that Stonkute can have success in this bout without pressing forward and letting her hands go, being aggressive. And her only chance now as well is to maybe force a count or a couple of counts. Good right hand there from Stonkute. Certainly brave, Ron, and full of heart. She's not giving up trying at all. She's maintaining this pressure and work rate and punch volume throughout. There's a good right hand, which she had success with in the first round, which I thought that she pinched. She just done enough to win that first round for me with those right hands.
Well, you can see she's feeling the pace now, but she bites down on her gum shield, does Stonkute, and steps back into the breach. Remember, the prospect of progressing through to the Olympics is the prize that awaits these boxers. They've got to get through to the final four in order to become Olympians. So 2 wins away. And Stonkute giving it absolutely everything against a more experienced opponent. But look at that 2-shot combination landed by Chernokolenko, catching the advancing Stonkute. And that, in a nutshell, is a problem, Alex, that she's picked off while advancing once again.
And while moving as well, Chernokolenko punching on the move there with 3 punches.
But you have to credit Stonkute. She really has gone for this in the third and final round. Nice movement from the head from Chernokolenko to make Stonkute miss. Both boxers feeling the pace of this contest, but because it's been fought at a high clip.
Yep, very, very hectic pace. No one's relented at all. You've got Chernokolenko almost trying to just stave Stonkute off now. Cheeky right hand on the move there.
Yeah,
and another good right hand run.
Flashing left hook landed in response by Stonkute, closing seconds of the third and final round. It's been a pulsating affair, this one. You have to credit Gabriele Stonkute for the effort that she has put forth in pursuit of victory. But for my money, well, I think it's the woman in blue who is going through. But again, we are going to wait for the official decision from the 5 scoring judges. But look at that, Stonkute leaving it all up there in the boxing ring. The 4-time Lithuanian national champion really did go for that in the third and final round after conceding round number 2 unanimously. Because again, there is no tomorrow for the loser in terms of progressing through to Tokyo 2020.
Yep, such a tough gig. If you make it this far and you don't quite get that spot, well, the Ukrainian corner seem happy with their charge.
No matter how you feel the contest has gone, always nervous moments until it is made official by the public address announcer. Here's the verdict.
The winner on points by unanimous decision. In the blue corner, from Ukraine, Anastasia Chernokolenko.
And there is confirmation. Anastasia Chernokolenko, a unanimous points decision victor over the game, but ultimately outgunned Gabriele Stonkute of Lithuania. And it is Chernokolenko who goes through to the quarter-final stage, now 1 win away from a place at Tokyo 2020. And she will face off against the reigning world champion and tournament #1 seed, Lauren Price, in tomorrow's evening session. What a contest that promises to be. But here, in the immediate aftermath of her victory, that's just